everyone's having a great night. My name is Josh, and I'm on stage with the other co-founders of Bike with Friends, Katie, Ning, and Anisha. We built Bike with Friends on Ruby on Rails, and before we get into the presentation, which we're really excited about, we thought we'd get a raise of hands for who is a City Bike member right now. All right, about 96%. You know, we had two main goals with this app: to be different and fun. Most of the apps you see right now, they tell you what's the nearest station, how to get from point A to point B, and if the station's full or empty. We do none of that. It's still helpful, but we do none of it. We are really focused on bringing the competitive edge to City Bike through gamification, leveraging points and badges. And without further ado, I'd love to pass the baton to Ning to kind of take you through the app.
And while Ning's setting up, I just wanted to mention, we are students at the Flatiron School, and we've only been coding for 8 weeks. So that's 6 weeks of Ruby and 2 weeks of Rails.
City Bike actually makes some station JSON data available, and that's available to everybody. It kind of shows you what kind of bikes, the number of bikes and docks that are available at a station, as well as the latitude and longitude. But it was only until we actually joined City Bike and we're actually biking around Manhattan that we realized you can actually sign on and see all of your trip data. And it's like really cool data. We decided we have to use it. We have to scrape that data. So we built our app to actually take your City Bike credentials. You log on, and then you get to see some really cool stats, like how many bike rides you've been taking, the number of unique stations you've been visiting, as well as like the calories you've burned, and your cost per ride as well.
Yes, so we had all these cool stats in the individual, and so we decided to create a leaderboard where you can see how your stats sort of stack up against everyone else's. So you can see Lucy, for example, is really doing a great job with the average ride duration. My favorite thing about this has been no small source of joy, is if you notice, Ning and our classmate Cordon are fighting it out for 3 of the top titles. They talk smack about that every morning.
Yes, we do.
So we wanted to make this a fun and interactive experience. So we brought on badges. So if you check out these badges, for example, if you're biking on the 4th of July, you can earn a Liberty Ride badge. Another one is if your cost per ride drops below $2.50, you crush the subway fare, so you get a Subway Crusher badge. And a personal favorite, if you're biking around Williamsburg, you get a hipster badge.
My favorite is the Game of Thrones inspired badge. You see how there's a wall of City Bike stations on 59th Street? You bike north of that, you gotta be on the wall badge.
And yeah, here's a look at how the code works behind that. Here there's this method called located in Williamsburg. Using the latitude and longitude coordinates of the stations, you can actually check whether your start or end stations are in Williamsburg. And using that, you can get the hipster badge. And then with another method called located in Brooklyn and located in Manhattan, we can actually check if you've actually biked across a bridge. And you get a bridge crossing badge.
So yeah, what good is gamification if you can't flaunt it, right? When you get that bridge crossing badge, it's automatically tweeted to the Twitterverse, to all of your followers, and that's just what we're all about, integrating social media and like a great experience earning badges. And here's Josh.
All right, so some of the features we are really looking forward to incorporating are races. So we can actually tell the speed that you have traveled, or the time I should say, from point A to point B. And then we're going to take your friends' data, if they've done the same route, and compare you and show you who's done the fastest. Another really exciting feature that we're going to incorporate is actually dealing with the rebalance issue right now and the redistribution of the city bikes. And so we're looking forward to partnering with local businesses to provide different deals and incentives at local bars or restaurants near the drop-off points of the bikes, since you would have to go one way to do that. So it's been a really, really fun project, but we have hit some potholes along the way that I'll let Katie talk about with that.
So, you know, in every development process, there are issues, there are things that come up. In our development process, perhaps the biggest barrier was that we discovered our app is illegal. And is in fact a rather complicated phishing site. We'll get into that with the Q&A, but Ning will sort of tell you how we got around standard practice.
Yeah, right now we have this hacktastic workaround. We use this gem called Recognize. It actually takes your password and will log on as you to the Citybike site and scrape your data for you. And then that's how we get the data into our site right now. Don't even worry about it. We're working on a legitimate way to get your data. You can check out bikewithfriends.com in the meantime. We have that part of that page. You can find out more about our app. You can tweet us and all that stuff.
No, and we just wanted to thank you all for having us here tonight. Thanks to the New York Tech Meetup. A special shout out to Ricky Robinette of Fake Girlfriend fame, and also to our Flatiron School classmates and instructors. We are so humbled to be here, especially so early in our career as web developers. So, thanks, guys.
And I just wanted to mention this. These guys have been coding for only 9 weeks, which is just phenomenal. So you guys should definitely be very proud. So Q&A. Does anyone have any questions? How about Anil?
When Zynga sues you for using the phrase "with friends," how will you take advantage of the press attention?
What happens when Zynga sues you?
We're doing a lot of illegal things right now. We're going to take it one at a time. But follow us on Twitter.
That was actually a strategy to really help increase the traffic, so we're going to start trolling them soon.
We already have. If you look at a tweet a few days ago, we're like, we're not scared of you.
Very good. How about right over there in the pink?
So 2 questions. One, is there any way that we can get on this, even though it's illegal? If you've been coding for 9 weeks, how the hell have you reached your stats biking? I don't get it with your... If you're biking all the time, when are you coding?
So can you code on a bicycle?
I can totally answer that second question. It was like Sunday night at like 11 p.m. and I was tweeting these guys like, guys, I'm on my bike, I'm generating seed data. Yeah, like I love generating seed data, and especially if you get to bike around the greatest city on the earth. I don't know, it's like really, really cool just biking around.
But the honest answer is he just wanted to be on the top of the leaderboard, so... But to answer your question is, we just have really great instructors at the Flatiron School that have really helped us every step of the way, so that's, how we've been able to do that.
Awesome.
Is there a way to get on the data?
So, you can check out bikewithfriends.com and we'll release our launch date. Follow us on Twitter. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram. All over it, Bike with Friends. But we do plan to do so in the next few months. Yeah, so
Definitely.
All right. Any other questions? How about over there?
So, I love the idea of racing and how much fun the app is, but I, as a non-biker, have seen some really scary behavior. So I'm wondering if you guys are going to create badges that encourage better biking behavior, like not going the wrong way on the street.
Mad props. As a non-biker myself, I hit stationary objects. It's kind of ironic that I'm part of this team. We definitely...
Yeah, I guess I can answer that. So we actually have it in the sense that we're going to have badges that you can kind of have your friend say, like, oh, she gets the helmet wearing badge, or she's going the right way. So we have thought about that. But that's phase 2, really.
Awesome. All right, I think we have time for just one more question. So let's see.
Make it a good one.
Pick a good one. Actually, how about someone up there in the balcony? Anyone over there? Yeah, right there.
Yeah. So how do you like keep track of somebody going over the wall? Is City Bike keeping track of your movements at every moment in time? Because you're really just going from station to station, and there aren't any stations on the other side of the wall.
Is City Bike run by the NSA, I think?
Well, I have no doubt that the NSA knows where you are all the time. Actually, you have to check out a bike at a 59th Street station and also check it back in. It could be at a different 59th Street station, but also check it in at one of the northernmost stations. And we just have faith.
All right, thank you very much.